Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, how are you tonight?
Not too bad. You see the shirt?
Morbo. I love it.
Lena had it made on the internet.
Oh, really? That's great.
The internet made
The
Internet is an incredible thing.
it. It is.
So that artificial intelligence, is it?
Yeah, it already knew what to put on my shirt.
Exactly. All she had to say was, "It's for Dan," and I've got the perfect phrase for him.
Yeah, the algorithm goes on my YouTube channel, and then it comes back, and it's like, okay, what you need is more bow. That's kind of scary, eh? You ever
It
watched the show Black Mirror? Have you ever seen that show?
No.
You've seen it, Lena?
I've seen like 2 episodes. It was too spooky for me.
It's you can only do one once in a while. They're very because they're so real, and it's
Yeah.
about different scenarios how technology could get out of control. You know what I mean? Like, and it's so believable. It's just small aspects of what we have today, but it just goes crazy. Like, so there's like people that have cameras in their eyes and memory chips in their brain that constantly record everything they're doing, and they can scroll back and see what happened, and it just turns into this huge thing, completely out of control thing. But there's one, and it's so wild, with this woman whose husband dies on the way to get milk or something like that, and her friend gets her a chat bot that analyzes the guy's emails and every communication he's ever done over the 20 years or whatever, and basically makes an AI version of the guy that she can talk to, right? And it even has his voice. And then she goes all the way and she orders the robot that looks like him. And it turns out terrible. It's unbelievable, but it's all of the topics are just a little bit too like, geez, that could actually happen nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like right in between like reality and taking it too, like it is taken too far, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
scary.
it's so wild. But anyway, I've often said I could make an AI Dan, with this being kind of one of the main responses. You know what I mean? Okay, so since it's oh, hey Bill.
Hey Dan, could you mention something about that the scale in triplets? Like I was there last night, but I had my guitar, so I couldn't kind of put it in my head. There
Yeah.
was like G, B, and D. Were all the triplets just those three notes?
No, the triplets. Yeah, you do a triplet starting on each note of the scale, and the triplet is the note of the scale that you're starting on, the next one up, and the next one after that. So if the first note of the scale is G, then your first triplet is going to be G A B, open 1 2. See that? And then the next note of the scale is an A, so you play A B C 1 2 3. Okay.
It was G, A, B, and then A, B, C.
Yeah. And then it would be B C D after that.
Like, how does that work out? I mean, I don't
I'll
see
show you.
how you go from one to the other.
I'll show you. It's a very good question. I felt bad for the guitar players last night, but they were trying. Some of you guys were trying to play the stuff along with us, which was really good. But check this out. So we got open 1 2 or G A B. Next triplet is going to be A B C. Next triplet's going to be B C D. C D E. D E F. E F G. F G A. G A B. You see how that works?
No.
Okay. So we're doing a little scale up of 3 notes, a triplet of 3 notes, starting on each note of the scale of a G major scale. Okay.
So you G, A, B. A, B, and then you go to what?
So it's G A B A
Yeah.
B C C D E.
Oh, I hear C, D, E.
Yep, that's right. So that's cat, dog, eat.
Yeah, okay.
And then dog, eat, fudge.
Dog, eat,
And
D,
then um, and then it's fudge, dog, eat. No, it isn't. It's fudge, girl, Albert. And then we got girl, Albert, Bob. And then we're back to the ABC, etc. Does that make more sense? You see,
like
a
I
pattern
don't,
there?
like I don't understand. Is there a system there or?
There is. It's basically it's where you go up 3 notes, you back up 1 note, and you go up from there. Let me show you again. I'm going to show you again. Now, guys, Bill is talking about a scale in triplets, and Julie was there last night. Last night at orchestra rehearsal, we had a skills night where we just worked on skills. That's it, the whole time. Played a couple of sets of tunes. One of the skills is a scale in triplets. And we use the scale in triplets to work on jig rhythm. Okay, I'll show you how it works. So like I was saying to Bill, we do a triplet, a little scale up of 3 notes on each, starting on each note of the scale. So we got G, A, B. Then the next note of the scale is A, so A, B, C. And then B, C, D. And then C, D, E. And then D, E, F. And then E, F, G. And then F, G, A. And then G, A, B. And then A, B, C. B, C, D. C, D, E. D, E, F. E, F, G. F, G, A. And then we stop at the G. See that? That's how a scale in triplets works. Now, when you string it together, it's really nice. See that? That's really, and you can use it to work on jig rhythm because once you get the pattern down, you don't have to really think about it or remember the tune. You can just kind of wail away on that and get the jig rhythm. You guys can try it with me if you want. We'll go not too fast to start off with. Ready, go. Now, did that make sense? Yeah? Good. How about you, Bill? You starting to get it?
Yeah.
Good. Let's try it again. We'll go a little slower. Give everybody a chance to think about it. So let's go like this. Okay, and I'll call out the first letter of each triplet. Ready, go, G. A. B. D. D. E. F. A. G. A. C. C. D. E. F. And G. that's a scale in triplets. Yep, that looks right, Bill. That's it. And then the 3, yep. That's how it works. Does that make sense now? You got to unmute.
Yeah, you can really go fast.
You can really go fast with it. Yeah, you can pick it up and as soon as you get the pattern, it's really easy to do, and so you can just kind of pick it up. Do you guys want to try going faster? Let's try it. So we can go like this. Ready, go. Now let's see if we can go down. And it starts on G. So G, F, E to start with. Ready, 2, go. You can't go all the way down because we don't have an extra string. So you have to do this. Just a little jiggy there at the end to finish it. It's good to finish it. It's good for the ear to finish it. There you go. So that's a scale in triplets. Great question, Bill. I'm really glad we tried to do that. That's great. Let's try it one more time. We'll go all the way up and then right away all the way down. You're making me hungry, Lena. What are you eating, man? It looks good. You don't have to tell me. Your mouth's full. Just kidding.
Food.
Huh?
Food.
Food.
That's what my dad used to say.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get Thai, I think. Okay, here we go. All the way up and all the way down. Ready, 2, go. Looks like everybody got it. It's a very good thing to practice. And there's a lot of tunes that have that exact thing in it, you know? So really, really good skill to have, a scale in triplets. Okay, now I thought since it's the eve of St. Patrick's Day, let's play all of our Irish music, shall we? And we got lots of it. Let's see, let me look at the little old hard drive here. I'm going to be gigging like mad over the next few days. Oh, oops, that's not what I need. There we go.
My mom was wondering if you were doing any St. Patty's Day things.
Yep, I'm doing the local in the afternoon, which is going to be really fun time. And I'm doing the Rivoli in the evening. It's for the St. Patrick's Day Society dealie.
Cool.
I don't know what's going to happen, but it'll be interesting. But the local, that's going to be really great.
I think I went there one year.
Where's the Oak? Is the local somewhere?
Yeah, it's on Roncesvalles. It's like just south of Howard Park on Roncesvalles. It's a great spot. It's really, really nice little pub. It's an English style pub, but they do music there every day, pretty well every day. They before the pandemic, they had 3 shows a day there. It was really, really great. And we do a residency there. We do every once a month. We play there on a Saturday from 2 to 5. But
What do they call it?
it's called The Local.
Just the local.
Yep. Great
Okay.
spot. Highly recommend you come down. We played there last year on St. Patrick's Day, and it was a riot. It was so funny. And Ross's family came down, and his daughter Irish danced for everybody, and the place went nuts. It was so nice. And our friend Ina came down, played accordion with us. It was a great time. So, anyways, that's what we're doing on St. Patrick's Day. And then the next day, we're doing. I'm playing at the Steam Whistle Breweries in the afternoon. Then I'm going out to play with the orchestra in Oakville. And then I'm playing at Stone Hooker Brewery in Mississauga with Brian McIntyre right after that. And then on Sunday, I'm playing in the parade. And then a post-parade party with Poor Angus. And then at night is the banjo special at the Transac, which I highly recommend if you feel like doing something on Sunday night. It's an awesome night of all the banjo players in town and their bands.
Where is that?
At the Transac on Sunday night. I think it's at 8 o'clock, which is on Brunswick Street.
Where is it in? What town is it in? Like
In
it's
Toronto, in the Annex.
in Toronto.
Yeah, right at Spadina and Bloor, really. And that's also a great, the Transac. Have you been to the Transac, Lena? Yeah, it's a great spot. It's been a sort of a home for art and music and productions of all kinds for a long time. And it almost died. And the whole building is cracked right around the middle. And it's a kind of a pit of despair in that way. You could pour money into it for the next 10 years and you wouldn't even notice. You know what I mean? But we love it. And like the Chris Langan weekend takes over the whole place for the whole weekend type of thing. It's been a long place for Irish and Scottish music because it's the Toronto, Australia, New Zealand club. And a lot of those guys were Irish and Scottish, especially back in those days. So it became where all that stuff happened. It's pretty cool. I love the place. All right, so let's see. I'm looking at our sets here. We have sets. I'd kind of forgotten about that. So we got Kerry Polka and John Ryan's Polka. Let's do it. What a great way to start. And then we got the Swallowtail and Cash Jig. Also great. And then Drowsy Maggie and the Silver Spear. All great Irish music. So let's start with the Kerry Polka. I'm doing it with a young fella there, Liam. He's learning it. He's got it. He's 12. He's 11, and he got Kerry Polka, and he's really keen. This guy, and he always got these questions that are just great. And he's like, do you ever put your fingers up here? And it's like, yes, you do sometimes. Not very often, hopefully. Yeah, we don't play in positions very much, but I have one student, Blair, who's also taking violin lessons. And I have a few people that do this. They take violin lessons and they also come to me for the, to play along and get the immersion factor. And he's been working in the positions and he's finding it really hard. And it is. I had trouble with it before I started actually practicing it, like using it. But that's always what I find. I don't get these things until I need to use them. And then I can really get them, All right. Bill's still digging. I can put it up on my screen for you if you want, Bill. No problem.
I'll tell you, this mac and cheese, I made it while I had COVID and couldn't taste it. So I said, screw this, and I put it in the freezer so that I could enjoy it later, and now I can taste it. And it's great. Turns out it's great.
That's awesome. We love
That's the
that.
answer to that's the answer to what I'm eating.
So you lost your taste when you had COVID?
Yeah, and I still haven't got it fully back. It's been 3 weeks,
Really?
but it's mostly back. It's getting there.
It's not. I did not have that experience with my COVID. Mine was very mild. It's like I was just tired a little bit, and I slept for part of the day, and then I was fine.
That's good.
All right, Carrie Polka, John Ryan's Polka. So first of all, let's go. When's the last time we played either of these? It's been quite a while, I think. So let's go through them kind of slow to start with, but then I wouldn't mind trying to pick them up a little bit. Okay? Okay, can you see that, Bill? Okay, good. So let's see, what's a good speed for practicing this? I think that'll do, eh? Let's give it a go. Oh, 1, 2, 3, go! Let's do it again. One more. Here we go. Again. Let's do it again. All right, how did we do, people? I realized John Ryan, it's been a long time since we played that tune at all. Yeah, did it come back? Did? That's good. That's great. Do you think we could go a little faster? I think we could. Let's try to get it like the scene in the Titanic there in steerage when they're playing John Ryan's polka there. Let's try to get it sound like that, eh? And we'll just, like if it was me in the movie, I would have gave the poor guy a turn on the board. The poor guy, geez, they could have took turns. Okay, so let's see how fast we can push this. Something like that. Let's see. Let's give it a shot. 3 times each because they're so short. Here we go. I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, go. One more. last time. Woohoo! How did we do, people, at that speed? Was it feasible?
It was better than I thought it was going to be. And I
Oh.
was very pleased to see that when I ended on the final D, it was actually in tune.
Oh, don't you just love that? I just love that. It's like when I went to renew my plates on my car today, and I was preparing myself for the parking tickets that I always have to pay, and there was none. Can you imagine? I checked it twice. I was like, really? Because Jennifer's bad too. She gets them too. But I guess I haven't got any really. When I think about it, I guess not. But anyway, so yeah, I love that. How did you do, Lena?
The carry was pretty good, actually. I think I could do that speed. John Ryan's, it was too quick, but I could do like the first two, like every other bar is the
Yeah.
same. So I just did those and then like added like a little bit, but yeah, not quite
the
at
way
that
you-
speed for that one.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit of a challenge, but I thought people were up for it, and that's the perfect way to approach it. That's how I learned all the music at Noonan's. Just play it while it comes by and wait for the next time and see if you can get a little bit more. How did you do there, Bill? Did you do okay? You're still muted. Gotta unmute.
Yeah, I could sort of do it, I could did it better than I thought I would.
Perfect. That's excellent. Okay, well, let's leave those little gems there for now, and let's do the jigs. So that's the swallowtail and the kesh. All right. Deep dee day, humpty day, I just had that open. I'm so bad at navigating the computer. My God, wish I was better. And I never did learn French either, really. It's one of those things I always wanted to. I still might.
I'm trying to learn French right now and it is hard.
Yeah. My vocabulary in French, like I do have quite a few words and stuff, but I can't say them right. And when I was in Germany, touring in Germany, I managed to speak German even to the audience, which I was always pretty proud of. I even had a little joke in there that got laughs. But when I tried to do it in French, it was crickets. People had no idea what I was saying because of my accent, and they just looking at me. And luckily, Duncan Cameron was on tour with us, and he did French immersion his whole life. So he took over the French parts, but he's not a funny guy at all. So it kind of, I found that really hard. And I still have a lot of trouble in French. I just can't do it. And Ross, my buddy Ross, his wife is French, bilingual, Ontario French, and his kids are both bilingual. And he's still he still struggles. So, it's hard. I've always wanted to, though, get another language properly. Okay, let's see. Now, these are not tunes that are unfamiliar. We've done them lots. So we should be able to take them at a speed. Let's try them like that and see what happens, shall we? And so that's a very stately pace, but I'm going to put that strong rhythm in there for you. And I want you to try to do the same. And I'm doing it with the speed of my bow. Okay? And we'll do, let's do twice each and see how we feel. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Oh, you want me to put it up on the screen there, Bill? No problem, man. Here you go. Make her nice and big, too. You see that okay? Yeah. Need a little bigger? There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go! Here we go. All right, how did we do? Which one's harder? Anybody have an opinion which one's harder?
I find the
First-
swallowtail much harder.
First
because-
one was harder.
You
Yeah.
guys think the first one? What about you, Lena?
I think it's the Kesh, but I think it's because Swallowtail I learned first and I have it memorized.
And you're reading the cache?
And I'm reading the Kesh and I get tripped up actually in the first part of the Kesh. Yeah.
Where at exactly?
The whole second line. I think it might be like just I said last week, like reading fast enough, and with the two endings, I can't quite read fast enough with that.
Yeah, I hear you. I know what you mean. Now, there's one thing to keep in mind though, and I know the bar that you're talking about. It's like the second last bar.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a full arpeggio there.
Ah.
And whereas the first time around in the third bar of the tune where you do that similar lick, it's not. It's just G D D.
Oh.
But down there, the second time you arpeggiate fully. Does that help?
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
it might because the B really leads into that scale down nicely.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay. Now let's practice the Kesh and see if we can get that a little stronger because I want to try the whole thing faster. So let's try the Kesh, and Lena's going to try not trying to read that part, just remembering that arpeggio and see if that'll get you through it at least once. Same speed, maybe a bit back of it. Ready, go. Okay, that's looking good there. Is that better? Does that help? It's great. Very good. Now, roll your shoulders out. Take a drink of whiskey or water or whatever you need to drink, because we're going to try going faster. I'm on the bubbly, Michael Bublé. This is grapefruit, but I find that they all taste exactly the same, so it doesn't matter to me. But I do drink a lot of them in a run of a day, which is a very good thing to do. Okay. Okay, and just keep firing. Don't stop firing. Okay, you get all those snakes. 1, 2, 3, go! like it went pretty good. It's great. All right. Now, take a little breather there. We're going to do the reels, which is the Drowsy Maggie and the Silver Spear. Great tunes. Excuse me. Oh. All right. Okay, let's see here. Drowsy Maggie and the Silver Spear. Great tunes. Make it a little bigger. All right, reels. A little bit harder. A little more notes than jigs. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Drowsy Maggie and the Silver Spear. Now, it's been a while for these ones. I can't remember when we did them. I do remember doing the Silver Spear with you guys not that long ago. But was it the Silver Spear or Drowsy Maggie? Maybe it was Drowsy Maggie we did, but Silver Spear, it's been a while. So we're gonna go slow at first. All right. Okay, so let's see. What would be a good practice speed for these tunes that we haven't done? Think we can do that? Let's give it a try. And we'll do 2 times each again because they're a handful. 1, 2, 3, go. Now it looks like the silver spear came back. When we first did it, it looked a little shaky, but now it seems okay. Is everybody okay with it now? Okay, that's great. Okay, take a little breather, and then we're going to try it a little faster. See what happens. Everybody's trying to communicate with me all of a sudden. Oh, that's the boring stage plot. Our stage plot for our band is very funny. It's very small. It's 3 spots with 3 things that we need, and that's it. People are always shocked by it, and they always come back and be like, "Is that it? Is there anything else?" And I was like, "No, that's it. That's all we need." But what we really do need is armless chairs, and sometimes that's a problem. You'd be surprised. Sometimes they just don't have any. I remember I did a dance once. It was in a barn out in like Flesherton area, and I get there and there's not one chair in the entire place, not one bench or stool or eventually, and the poor lady was like, "It's not my place. I don't know. We rented it. I have no idea. I'm so sorry." And so I was going to do the whole dance standing, but I went looking around in the outbuildings and found a chair that somebody had taken the back off of. And I used that and then put it back when I was done. You'd be surprised, my God. I have done some gigs that were like iffy as to whether it was going to actually go or not. But anyway. Okay, are we ready? Let's try her faster. And then that'll be the last thing. Then I'm going to order some Thai, and Brian's going to come over. We're going to listen to records, drink beer. It's going to be a good night. Now let's see. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. 2 times each is plenty. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go! right, how did we do? I know it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge, but did you get through it? In the end, kind of. Was it a speed too far with the silver spear for you, Alina?
Yeah, and Drowsy Maggie too, actually. I could like jump in for parts. Actually, the second half of the silver spear of all of that was the easiest.
Oh, now that's the one with the most repetition, eh?
Yeah, and it's very like it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So try to use that. There is repetition in the other parts. It's just a little bit harder to glob onto, but if you can, that also makes it a lot easier. But the way that you're doing it, jumping in and out of the skipping rope, is exactly what you should be doing. Okay? Thanks for the shirt, guys. Love it. We'll be wearing it. You're gonna see it on my YouTube channel all the time now. Anyway, enjoy your St. Patrick's Day if I don't see you. And we'll see you next Monday or Thursday. Bye-bye.